Hash diagram. It is also called as poset diagram. What is poset? Poset is a set A with partial order relation R defined on A is called poset. It is denoted by A semicolon R. What is partial order relation? For being a partial order relation, it should satisfy three conditions. First, it should be reflexive. Reflexive means x comma x belongs to R. Second, it should be antisymmetric. Antisymmetric. For being an antisymmetric, if xy belongs to R and yx belongs to R, this two should only be there if x is equals to y. And if x is equals to y is there in the set, then xy should not belongs to R and yx should not belongs to R. And the third condition is transitive. If a set A with partial order relation R defined on A is called poset. Hence, if the relation is poset, then only hash diagram can be made. For example, A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 are the elements of A, and R is a relation on set A cross A. So R has the following elements 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 and so on. We will check first it is a poset or not. For being a poset, we should first check whether it is a partial order relation or not. So for being a partial order relation, what is the condition? First, reflexive 1, 1 is there, 2, 2 is there, 3, 3 is there, and 4, 4 is there. So it is reflexive. For being antisymmetric, if 1, 1 is there, then 1, 2 and 2, 1 should not be there. Hence, so 2, 1 is not there, right? Similarly, for being transitive, here we can say that 1, 2 is there and 2, 3 is there. Then 1, 3 should be there in the set. So it is satisfying all this condition. Hence, it is a partial order set. Now, see directed graph. How we draw the graph? Here 1, 2, 3. We have the 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we drawn 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So we will 1, 1 we will see these relation and then we will draw the graph. Like 1 is with 1, so 1 is directed to 1 itself, 1 is directed to itself, 1 is directed to 2, 1 is directed to 2, and 1 is directed to 3. Similarly, I will clearly explain how I have drawn this. Let's see. First of all, take one more example, then I will explain. S has the elements 1, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Relation R is defined on set S as R is equals to A comma B, where A is divisible by B, or we can say that A comma B is A comma B is there if A divides B. Let's first prove whether it is a poset or not. So reflexive, it is reflexive because A divides A, that is A divides here if I take 1, 1, so 1, 1 is 1 divides A1, and if I take 1, 2 is to 4, 2, 4, then also 2 divides 4. So it satisfies reflexive condition. Antisymmetry, if A divides B and B divides A, then only A is, if A divides B and B divides A, it is only possible if A is equals to B. So this condition is also satisfying. Similarly, if I talk about transitive, so if A divides B and B divides C, then A should also divide C. Okay, so it is a poset. Now let's see how we will draw the hash diagram. First, I wrote all the elements which will be there in R. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 2, and because it all divides, the condition was A divides B. So I wrote all this except this two, 4, 6 and 6 8, because 4 does not divide 6 in the proper ratio, in the proper number. Like 4 by 6 is 2 by 3. So it is in fraction. So we will ignore this one, and also 6 comma 8. Now our first step is to check all the points. First step is to give all the points, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 6 and 8 are the points. Now 1 to 1, 1 is written to 1 itself. Again 2 is to 2, 4 is to itself, 6 is to itself, 8 is to itself. Now 1 is to 2, 1 is directed to 2, 1 is directed to 4. Similarly all the points I have connected here. Now remove all the self loops. That means all the loops, these are called the loops because these are directed to itself, so it is not necessary to show this in the diagram. So after removing the loops, it will look like this. Now remove all the edges having duplicate connections, like 1 is to 8. We can also say that 1 is directed to 2 and 2 is directed to 4 and 4 is directed to 8. So we can say that 1 is directly connected to 8. No need to show in the differently, like so. Here I have removed all this. Now it will look like this. Now our next step is to remove the arrows. No need to show the arrows. We are not going to make a directed graph here. So this is our required hash diagram for the given question.